Hey everybody, and welcome to Omnigraphin Plays FTL. I promised FTL, and FTL it is. It's been a little while, but we're gonna actually go on normal difficulty because, as I said last time, I promised that I would do some normal difficulty. And I think we're gonna go with one of the vessels that I have not won with. And... oh. Yes, well, I should do that, shouldn't I? Let's see, where's our advanced content? It's been a little while since I've actually done this. I know it's here somewhere. Yes, right there. Yeah, it's been a little while since I played FTL, and in fact I've moved my main drive where I keep all of my games installed, so that's why that was disabled. As for ship, as I said, we'll go with the Linus Cruiser. Now we do have the B layout, but I am going to stick with the A layout since we haven't actually achieved victory with that. And I'm going to keep our starting guys, and if you remember, we start with a chain laser and an ion stunner, which means that hopefully we will be able to wreck some face. Now the big problem, or I shouldn't say the big problem, the big change that's going to occur, I'll give you a moment here to adjust. We'll hail them. Well, it was a trap. So they've got one shot and one laser, that means they could technically hurt us. We will turn off our clone base since we are not in need of that. And we will auto-fire this. Well, we won't right yet. The one problem that's going to arise, at least for me, is I like to spread my scrap around. Shouldn't have paused. I like to do that with my scrap. I like to spread it around. We can hack tech weapons. Perfect timing. Wait until that laser fires. That way my shield will be back up and these guys will be desynced. We'll then fire their shields. And then we'll fire our chain laser. They resist that damage, but that's okay. We really want just the system damage. We're gonna wait for these to be back up. Okay, system damage is what we want anyway. I was wondering why I was hearing the attacking noises, because they're trying to get into there. And it's going to be challenging for them because it's been hacked. As I've been trying to say, the one thing that's going to be difficult for me is spreading scrap around. I very much like to buy lots of stuff. Usually I don't upgrade my ship for a while. We're getting significantly less scrap, which is to be expected. We'll try and dislodge the rocks. Well, we managed to get some stuff from it at the very least. But yeah, I'm going to have to focus more on upgrading the ship rather than spending at stores. Basically going to spend what I can. So we've got a bomb and assault drone, and that I'm not a fan of any of this. So weapons it is. I really don't want to have to do weapons, but weapons is what it's going to have to be. We really don't need... oh. He's going to get a shot off. And our oxygen. Okay, I'm not actually too worried about that. That was very, very unfortunate. We are now no longer going to be able to dodge a lot of stuff. Okay, we managed to stop that. That's very, very good. We are going to have some trouble with oxygen here in a moment. Let's see, where can we get that stunner that'll be useful? Okay, that's really, really bad. Really, really bad. Okay. We did not get that off in time. Can at least get the stunner. they're going to be repairing. That bomb is going to be very, very troublesome. In fact, I'm not too worried about that. Since we don't have anybody in engines, we might as well not have anybody in the piloting. They can't actually get through. We really need to fix... Oh boy, that just came back online. We need him in piloting now. We need you in oxygen. The reason why we need him in piloting is because if this drone... Sorry, this drone, they're both circular. If that drone and this are both getting free hits, I'm going to be taking damage. Alright, we no longer have hacking. That's not too bad, but that is... Alright, we are up and running. That missed, which means we just gotta take the shot. We're gonna be fixing that. Alright, we don't have our cameras. We have our stunner up. Oh, we're gonna take some more damage. As long as they don't hit systems, we should be okay. I really want to take out that drone. But the weapons are what I need to be taking out, and unfortunately, we are taking lots of damage. Now, I could jump away, but I'm not much one to run from a fight. Call that a flaw. Alright, we've got the drone down, we've got the weapons down. We might be good. Now that our chain laser is up. Alright, all it took was a little bit of time. And we got him. Whew. So that was a lot for relatively little. Yeah, he's hurt pretty bad. We will let our clone bay heal him up. We're gonna let everything get repaired here real fast. Close this door. Oh, that's right, we can't until the doors are actually fixed. You are our... Yep, engine and weapons. Alright, so we will jump. We're actually gonna jump here. Once again, we're still trying to maximize. Oh, this is bad. Okay, and they're sending hacking. So we are going to open all doors, close him in. This will prevent fires from doing too much to us. And we are going to... I hate hacking weapons, but that's what it's going to be. They hacked our cameras. I don't even care. I want to desynchronize these guys. Alright. Desynchronizing weapons is super useful. And stopping weapons will be also very useful. With no shields, we will be able to rip them apart, so long as the solar flare does not land in the engine room. Took some system damage there, but it's nothing too serious. And it's being taken care of. All I need to do is wait for that chain laser, and we're good. So we do still have to wait for this to charge. But we didn't have to wait very long. We managed to dodge out of another solar flare. And what do they got? Well, we've got a Vulcan. I do not have the ability to buy it, though. This is the danger of normal mode. But if we do pick up the Vulcan... Oh, man. There's a lot of good choices here. Now, I could sell these emergency respirators, which hopefully I won't be using. I would very much like the drone control, though. Although I don't want the combat drone. Cloaking is nowhere near. Mind control is possibly viable, but remember, I'm trying to keep down the number of systems that I'm using. Now, Pike Beam could be very useful. And the reason why I say that is because with the chain laser and the ion stunner, we'll be able to take down shields pretty fast. And a Pike Beam does pretty well for itself, to be honest. in terms of damage. It's got a long arc to hit. Granted, it only does 1 damage per room, but sometimes that's all you really need. And the Vulcan is basically going to be us sitting back and defending really well. But I really like the Vulcan. So we're going to give it a shot. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to use it right now, but it's an investment that we'll use later. And we're going to try and lengthen our time. Okay, so we are going to not have hacking and not have oxygen. So this better be a fast fight. Oh, they've got a fire drone. We might just have to run from this. The only way we can run from this is if we have oxygen. I'm really hoping that we manage to keep our shields up at the right moments. That was very close. That was a very tense moment. I'm just auto-firing on those lasers. As long as we are... Okay, now they're putting up shields because their laser's down. Yes, we will accept that offer. Reverse ion fields are really nice. Let's get that oxygen and the engine back on. Reverse ion fields basically just mean that we've got a chance to completely ignore ion damage, which is amazing. Because ion damage can be really screwy. Now we're gonna have to... Oh, we've got intruders on board. So we're going to lock you in like this. We're going to put you guys in the door room. Okay, you're going here. We're just going to open all these. Yeah, we're gonna take some hull damage. Yep, he's gonna die. That's why. So he is gonna die. We pretty much have no choice on that one. But he is slowly recovering. And hopefully they are slowly dying. And yes, they are. So we will close our doors. Sorry, Markand. This was not what I had intended. You go back to where you belong. Alright. So once again, I've actually been pretty bad in terms of the mechanics of the game, and I've forgotten to mark my crew's positions as where I want them. But for now, that's okay. Everything is fixed and repaired. And we're off. We will intervene and defend. We really need a second layer of shields really, really badly. But that's okay. We've got a good number of drone parts, so we're just actually going to hack their drones here. And the reason we're going to do that is because that's their only way of getting through our shields for their beam weapon. And unfortunately, I chose the wrong thing to hack. Very much so. Should have hacked weapons. Alright. We're going to hack you again. And unfortunately that was a miss. Alright, so now I don't have to deal with the drone, at least for a little bit. You can see that it is repairing. The ion stunner moves significantly slower, which is unfortunate. but we are going to be okay. I'm hacking it mostly just because I can at that point, and it does destroy the drone. I'm not entirely sure what the criteria for destroying the drone are. And we got a bunch of scrap because we were helping. Chances are we're not going to actually be able to use that. Not anytime soon, anyway. There's a really low chance we could hit all three of these if I do this in the right order, and we're doing very good on fuel. 6 fuel, 4 missiles for 6 fuel. Yes, we're not using any missile weapons. So that's very much in our best interest, I think. We'll explore the asteroid field. Okay, this is where we sacrifice oxygen to get that second layer of shields. Alright, can we get our second layer of shields? I'm going to fire the ion stunner right away. If we can keep their shields down, they'll get torn apart by the asteroid field. In fact, we're just going to auto-fire everything at their shields. And we're basically just waiting for them to die and hoping that the randomness of the way things are coming at us doesn't actually end up hurting us. And we ended up being okay. I'm going to wait for all the ion damage to subside. I'm going to power our oxygen really fast. And I can't upgrade the ship, though I very much want to. Like an extra bar of power for those sticky situations. And in fact, I believe we are going to be able to get to even more than that. Now we're going to attack the Slaver Scum and hopefully get a new crew member. Our oxygen is still pretty low. We'll actually be okay if we do this, because they've got 2 shots. They may hit us, but we can soak it, so we don't really care. As long as we have the time to recover between the 2 of them, we don't mind. And, well, we don't. Except we do, so we don't have to worry. Definitely what I was hoping for. Should not be auto-firing that. Worked out in our favor this time. Also because their shields are down, there's nothing they can do. And this is why getting shields early is very useful. Alright, we're going to switch to the ion center to the engines. Okay, their FTL is being delayed because their shields are so injured. We're not going to get an extra crew member. But we did get a drone recovery arm, which we can sell later. Well, we will use this time to do that. Which gives us full power to our systems. Which is very much what we needed. We're basically also waiting to use the Vulcan. We'll sell 5 missiles for 15 scrap. And we're off to the next sector. Do we want a Zoltan-controlled sector? Not particularly. So let's just go with Rebel-controlled. And we start in a nebula. And we got a store right there. I'm going to hit up 1 beacon for heading to the store. Remember, we do have a drone recovery arm to give back. We'll approach the station. They target us, and it looks like we're good. Preliminarily. Actually, yeah, we should be fine. Unless that's a lot of ion damage. And I mean a ton of ion damage. Because we even resisted the damage. Which means that we get to kindly focus on taking out their shields. And then eating them alive. I think our ion cannon actually hit that. Which is funny. But they're pretty much completely impotent right now. I'm trying to hit their engines just to give them a lower evade chance. Just because that is the only thing that's going to increase the length of this fight right now. And we have victory. Ooh. We salvage what we can and approach the station. We'll use a drone to hack the station. Cool, so for a drone part, which we're not using right now anyway, we got a ton of awesome information and delayed them a little bit. So... I really would rather not loop around there. So let's hit this and let's weave. I like that plan. Let's weave. Get in one more before we hit the beacon. Okay, so we got hacking, we've got a charged ion, and one shot otherwise. We pretty much have to wait and see where the hacking lands. Hacking on hacking. Okay, I could care less. I mean, yeah, I could care less. That's a stupid phrase, to be honest. And we resisted both of that. Well, let's just go to town then. We'll put the ion stunner on the weapons just because. That was amazing. And now our chain laser's at full charge. We are just going to mow them down. Not much they can do at this point, and we don't really have anything else to do but sit here and wait. We are doing pretty well. It is normal. It's not, you know, hard. It's not like this is completely unexpected, but it's nice. It's nice to be doing well. Alright, we could get some crew. Oh, so tempting. Well, like, okay, not all of it's tempting. The drone control is tempting because we've got the defense drone, but I do not have anywhere near enough to afford it. The drone recovery arm would be very nice if we got some sort of drone. And we are one scrap short of having Jill on our crew. Jill would be super useful. So do we sell something? I think the answer is no. I think the answer is we do the silly thing and upgrade weapons. So that if we want to, we can try and use the Vulcan. I think it's a good idea to try and visit the store, but I think at the same time, I'm trying not to be lured into doing anything a little crazy. I'm trying to avoid it. So the FTL is charging. We're not going to be able to get hacking through. Our focus right now is certainly on their engines. Alright, so that combination was particularly bad for us, but luckily we managed to put some extra oomph into our weapons. That was a very fortuitous set of timing, to be honest. Alright, with their weapons damaged, they're going to be less likely to actually do any damage to us. And with our chain laser finally at +3, we should once again be able to tear them a new one. Just keep those weapons down, and with the next round we should finish them. And we do. We took some damage in there, that was really bad, but at the same time it could have been a lot worse. See, they are following pretty strongly. I'm thinking we can do some ducking and weaving here that will end up beneficial for us. Sure, we'll lead them to your destination. Oh god, it's all the way over there. You know what, let's do it. I don't see why not. Let's give it a shot. So they're charging. They have a bomb and one laser, which means we don't have to worry about... Oh wow, that wasn't paused. Oh, whoopsie. I'm not doing no pause runs, because that would be too easy. We will in fact hack engines. Alright, that's really bad. Alright, we might not make it. We might not be able to... Oh, we're not going to be able to stop them. It's going to take some luck. It's going to take some luck. We're just auto-firing on that. Okay, that's good. We've got the ion center back up. That was my fault. I should have charged it a lot sooner. We are managing to sneak one through every time, but Big B is going to die here in a minute. They've got somebody in there. Okay, that damage to our shields was bad, but it's okay. Whew. It's okay because there's not much they can do about... Okay, good, that was empty room. There's not much they could do about basically everything that was going on there. Oh sweet, and we get a crew member who's going to be manning the shields and might as well start repairing. Just waiting for the oxygen to get back in the room. Sure, you could take a second or two of damage and heal it off right away on the next jump, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So we've got 70 scrap. I'm thinking we go towards some, we get some evasion here, because we need some more. We're going to enter the nebula. So they're launching a hacking, and they've got an ion and a beam. So we should be okay. Yeah, we should be okay. I'm thinking we'll be okay. Sure, I could be wrong, but that's a 1 damage. And just to be safe, we'll do that. Target their weapons so that they can't actually harm us. We will then take a round on their shields right here, so that the battle ends hopefully sooner. Hacking our engines isn't actually going to help them any because they're not firing anything at us. Our evasion being 0 is basically negligible. And basically we're just sitting here waiting for them to die. Because now they basically have 0 evasion, 0 shields, and nothing to shoot at us with. The biggest danger is that they're hacking our engines. Some good scrap. Now we are going to have to hit this. This is the one downside, and we actually might come really close to having to fight rebels when we jump out of this sector. We should be fine. We should be 100% fine, which makes me want to do this. Because the Vulcan is awesome. Because eventually it will get stupidly fast and just chug right through. And I think that's how I'm going to try and run this. Is is I'm going to try and get the Vulcan up to full speed for the final boss, which means we're going to be protecting it under layers of stuff. But this is, of course, when it reaches stupid. Just chuk, 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 chuk. Annihilation. Alright, so we're going to move everything back to where it was. We should be okay. We'll find out if this was a good quest or a bad quest. And it was a trap. They've got a defense drone and one shot. There is nothing they can do to stop me. If they start jumping away, I will have to mess around with what we're doing. But the Vulcan's not going to start damaging them to the point where they'll want to jump until it's already going full chain. And at that point, we'll probably already hit the shields a few times. And then I will simply just have to change targets. Because the Vulcan doesn't lose its charge if you change targets. I could have told it to auto-fire there, but I was just being a little lazy. We basically just annihilated it. And now the only way to get back is through this. Bomb and one shot. Bomb and one shot makes me want to do this. My one shield will absorb the one shot, and it doesn't even look like their bomb is currently active. Bomb is active. Bomb is now not active. So instead, we're going to target this. If the bomb comes back up, then I'll consider targeting the weapons again. But there's no reason to have it redistribute power if I don't need it to. It could have, by taking out the bomb, I could have very well made it redirect power to the engines, which is something that I don't actually want it to do, because then it becomes more evasive. If it had shields, it might have redirected that to shields. We are going to barely make this. In fact, we might not even. Alright, so we could go drone control with a defense drone. We're gonna do it. And we've got a drone recovery arm, which means we will do good things. We will be very set in terms of missile defense. All we need now is the power for it, which we can't afford to buy any more power. We are going to barely make it to the exit. I call this sector a great success. Alright, we'll examine the station. So we also get Narth. Basically, to sum what that event was up very quickly, because that's all I had a chance to do is read it quickly, is basically we found an abandoned station or a damaged station, something along those lines. And to make a long story short, we basically found a DNA bank, which let us clone him. We didn't actually get... Okay. That would have been awesome if we actually got a DNA bank. So Zoltan or NG, since we're not going really much with our hacking, I'm going to go to NG. Because their defense drones won't be able to shoot us down. I actually have no interest in a store. I have well, okay, I have some interest. I would like to repeal some. 2 drone parts for 9 fuel. Yes, we've got a drone recovery arm, so I'm not really concerned. Now, the danger of going to stores like this... A is tempting shit that I can't actually buy. I could sell stuff for it, but I don't want to because I like the stuff that I have. What I am going to do is fix up. And then we're basically just going to ignore stores for a while because I need to upgrade my ship. That is pretty much what I'm focusing on, is upgrading my ship. We don't have any scrap. So basically we've wasted a bunch of jumps here. We haven't had a single combat. Well, okay. We are getting nothing here. It's really kind of frustrating. I mean, sure, anti-combat drones are nice. I will never knock an anti-combat drone. Alright, combat. I'm just glad for combat. Okay. Ion and laser. I'm not concerned about this at all. Because we've got a 50% chance of just completely ignoring that ion. And it still has to get through a bunch of shields. And that's one that will slowly do more and more damage. I recognize it. But we don't really have to worry about it all that much, I don't think. Peg the shields. We'll send our next ion stunner over there at the weapons, because that chain laser was going to finish off the shields. At this point, they're repairing their shields, that's what they're focused on. And we finish them off. Not even in very much danger. We're just trying to maximize here. I'm basically trying to watch my path. Assistance requested. We prepare for a fight. And I hear phasing. Go ahead, attack that, you silly bastard. I made a mistake. Okay. Thank you for doing your job, defense drone. Alright, so we're gonna have some trouble here in a moment. So Big B. Come in here and fight. I have not been paying attention here. They have some extra shenanigans going on here that I'm not all that fond of. Alright, well, our shields are back and recovered. So we should now be good. They have 2 shields, that's why. I missed that they had 2 shields. Our defense drone is doing its job wonderfully. No, don't do that. I would like you to stop what you are doing. Well, to be fair, he's going to die in there. Because he's dumb. Okay. We've got some damage on the shield, finally. It's basically what we were waiting for. Because now, if we can actually peel away and damage the system, to the point where we no longer have to keep firing at that system. It is in the red. That is good. We can do something like this. That forces them to make a choice. And we're basically going to win this one. Not much they can do at this point. The shields aren't coming up anytime soon. So we win. The entry station is stripped bare. So the Mantis ship they left it active. Returning everybody to where they belong. And in fact, I'm going to save again because, once again, we've gotten some new crew members whose positions aren't actually saved. That fight was kind of annoying. It's showing how we are a little lacking in weapons. Flak cannon is very, very bad. Like, very, very bad. And that's a, oh my. Okay, so in fact what we were going to do is this. Ugh, cloaking is going to suck. We've desynced their weapons though, which is going to be basically priceless for us. Okay, and you're out of oxygen. Sorry, dude. That was my bad. I shouldn't have fired that. Well, honestly, it put it up to +2, which is probably worth it. Because we need to get it to +3 before it's really useful. Yep, they finally resynced their weapons, which means our hacking is damaged. We cannot hit for shit. Like, I'm not joking. We can't hit them, which is the biggest problem right now. I can't get through the shield. I can't get through the shield. We do not have much option here. This is also a very silly option. I'm going to lose people to oxygen deprivation, and I'm not going to have a way. Alright, we might have a chance. You need to go in there, Bigby. This is very, very unfortunate, but the Vulcan is right now about to start going into overdrive. It needs to hit, it needs to land, and it's not. And we are officially out of defense drone. Okay. We are going to survive this combat. I don't want to hear about your surrender. This victory is sweet. Alright. Let's close all doors. Ay, ay, ay. We've got a lot of damaged people, and we've got a lot of damaged ship. Which is very unfortunate. Let's get everybody back to their spots. Alright, so if there's one thing we need, it is power. With this, we can power basically everything, and we have a little bit left over. I really don't like powering the Vulcan like that without any support. But at that point, we didn't have a choice. We might be able to make 3 jumps out of this. So let's try. At this point, we have to be a little risky. Okay, so they insist they must destroy your ship to prevent the virus from escaping. We will have our Lania's crew member gesture frantically. Drone reactor booster and 39 scrap. I don't actually remember what that does. Your shipboard drones. So we don't want that, but we can sell it if we ever hit a store again, which I'm sure at some point we will. If you notice, their health is going back up. I'm not going to accept the bribe. That's actually enough shots to be bad for us. Alright, weapons it is. I'm clicking to guide him through the oxygenated section, because I don't know if his auto-pathing is going to take him there. All bad. With our Vulcan down, we're now in some serious trouble. And I can't get him to help at all. I need to drain the oxygen in that section. Wow. This is really bad. Luckily the pathing took him the right way. I would like you to hack, please. Our hull is very, very low. Okay. The problem with this strategy of using a Vulcan is we kind of need to be a juggernaut. Yeah, no. We're gonna pound you to the ground on this one. Their victim quickly jumps away. Alright. Go fix that if you would be so kind, sir. Obviously he's not fixing behind the scenes, but let's look at what we can do right now. That'll help us. We really need to get to our next level of shields. But some evasion would also be nice. We're about to start losing crew members. There's a lot of decisions. There's a lot of things that could be done. How much is it? It's 35 to upgrade this, which is going to give us double the HP that we get every single time we jump. Which will give us a chance of people not dying. But let's get to the next sector and see what happens. Alright, we find nothing, so we go to the next sector, which is engine controlled. Let's see what's around us. We have a store, so let's go to the store. And the reason I'm going to the store is because I'd like to repair some. We're at a really bad spot. Also, we want to sell this drone reactor boost. So, we could get some of this stuff. This could actually be very useful. So let's try it. I'm going to fix to there. And the reason I'm choosing to fix to there is just so that something arbitrarily killing us very soon won't actually end up killing us. This will let us power our defense drone, as well as everything else. We've now bound ourselves to a very linear path, though, unless we want to backtrack. We participated in the Zoltan study. There's a chance of combat or of just general free scrap, so it's literally a why not. It is not worth the scrap to hire somebody else. We are more than fully stocked on crew. I mean, yes, we're not actually, but we're doing just fine. I'm going to be trying to weave back and forth across this sector. We get a hole smasher laser. That's not bad. I'm not actually interested in the store. We're gonna put out an anti-drone because it's gonna slowly pluck at these guys. You might want to actually fire, and I might actually want to fire as well. They actually can get through this laser if these weapons sync up well enough. Or accidentally, they could get through. They keep missing though. Yep, okay, that was a terrible mistake. Alright. Mistakes were made. We need to split this. That's really unfortunate. The real problem is that halberd laser, because we don't have that third level of shields, and we do not have the ability to take out that. Unfortunately, what I think I need to be doing, there we go, is doing the whole laser as well. We need to be plucking away at those shields and fast. Good, 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 good. Okay. That was a really tense moment. I was really hoping that the right ones hit there. Because the answer was hoping that the hole smashers came in after the shields got taken down. Without that halberd beam active, we are a lot safer. Very nice. We will investigate the station as well. The station was abandoned, so nothing there. But we can start making a push towards getting that third level of shields, which is what we really need and what we really want ASAP. I'm gonna have to estimate here how many ships I can take. Alright, so we took some damage, but we got 17 scrap. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4 is the most we got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's go to the distress. Well, we are taking some damage, but we're getting scrap and stuff to either use or sell. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry, I'm not reading this aloud. The Mantis is grateful to see another human and introduces himself as Robert Smith. He explains he's from a nearby human colony and would appreciate being returned there. The colony is a mining operation that specializes in FTL fuel. Robert's family, the head engineers, are excited to see him and very grateful for his return. Apparently, he ran away to join the Federation. Like his older brother, but was never accepted onto a ship. Can you look at my engines? Yeah, thank you for upgrading my engines. Basically, it was a, do you want another crew, or do you want engine upgrade? And I was like, engine upgrade, please. Okay, so the game has decided it's done being like a huge dick. Oxygen system? For 19 scrap, it's really hard for me to say no. It gives us some buffer for later on in the game. We should really fix everything else that's broken on the ship. We've got 122 scrap. Oh my! That's very unfortunate. And hopefully we'll be taken care of by turning off the oxygen. There we go. Turning off the oxygen basically reduces... Well, I mean, it reduces the rate at which oxygen is being replenished in a room, which means that fire will eat the oxygen faster, because it's fire. And also, if I were to open this, that actually empties really fast, and so does that. But, like, this room right here, it won't. And if I turn on the oxygen, or if I turn off the oxygen while this is open and this is open, this will basically be evacuated faster because it's trying to pump oxygen into all those rooms. It's kind of a weird little side effect of manipulating the oxygen system. We've got a Nebula and Mantis homeworlds. I'm going to the Nebula. I'm crazy enough to go to the Nebula. I know that sounds weird to go to the Nebula, because I usually hate nebulas very much. It gives us one path. But, and I guess I should be paying attention to our fuel. Oh my. Oh, sweet God. That is not at all what I wanted to see. Oh, that's very, very bad. We are just going to fire away. Those are staggered enough right now that I might be able to pull this off. Oh, that's very, 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 very bad. Okay, that missile missed. Okay, so we've got to wait again. Oh, that's bad. It's not really that big of a problem because that's the only thing that is really that worrisome, but... Nice shot, defense drone. Okay, we've got to do some management here that's not being done. I don't know why their missiles aren't firing. Like, I really don't. Because the power is being redirected elsewhere, I suppose, but... Wow, 4 misses. As long as their missiles aren't up, I'm not really concerned about keeping that defense turn up. Okay, so they're trying to escape. That's really unfortunate. Because it means I have to time this. Damn it, their FTL's still charging. They're gonna get away. There's not much I can do. I have to wait for the whole laser to be ready. And it's not going to be. It's still up. They're gonna get away. Ah, so close. So close. So I'm gonna power this defense drone. That way when we jump away, we get it back. I am probably gonna have to stop by that store. Bomb. And a triple laser. Bomb could be bad. doors. I don't know where they are, so we're just gonna take this approach. I don't see which door. Like, I really don't actually see which door they're... Oh, that's right, because they're attacking. Okay, our hacking's down. I'm not too worried about that. They're going after the oxygen. Second those shields are down. It's weapons. That's actually a pretty good offer. But do I want another hull beam? No. Well, I don't already have a hull beam. Alright. Let's get that oxygen fixed and let's close all the doors because I made a mistake. Don't I? Okay, good. That's an oxygenated room. You live. Barely, but you live. I get a little lazy with my crew when I've got a clone bay. Don't do what I do. So let's go to a store before I spend some money. I've got some stuff to sell and things like that. Don't want any of these. I don't need the pike beam. The question is, do I want to keep the anti-combat drone or do I want to keep the defense drone Mark 1? And I think the answer here is keep the anti-combat drone. Because four energy into that system is going to be really hard to justify. Is there anything else here? I mean, these could be useful. These could be useful. But I think what we really need is... Well, actually, I don't know what we really need. That'll allow us to power defense drone as it stands. Just get more power. The more we can keep powered, the better. And especially if we accidentally run into a plasma storm. Because that could be really devastating. Okay, so we need a defense drone here. Our options here are Vulcan or Hull Laser. We're going to do a Hull Laser Chain Laser, and the reason why is we're going to send this on that. Really need to upgrade doors. We've been getting invaded quite a bit. So they're here. Which means they're going to come in here. Sorry, I'm thinking very hard because if I move him, I mean, as it stands, doors are done. I need to upgrade doors. Really should have done that instead of upgrading power as much as I did. But the reason why I need to upgrade doors is because the second they break into this, the doors are useless, which means he needs to run away, which is what I have him set to do. But that means that the enemies get free run of the ship. And then we're going to unload. Yes. Okay, we got a nice breach in there. They've damaged our doors, but that's okay. They're going to shields because that's easy pickings. Just leave. Okay, nothing else got hit. They are taking shields. I don't have any control over anything, so maybe you should go defend that real briefly. They are trying to flee. Don't need the missiles, I need fuel. Good, they pulled everybody back. I really did need them to pull everybody back there. And you've got to repair those doors as fast as you can. I could have sent one of these guys to do it, and that was probably the right answer. Okay. So, ship. Ship. Can't even upgrade doors. We are going to likely see some casualties very soon. Because look at all that. Oh my gosh, so much low health. So much low health. But we do now have a bunch of information. Like, this is... Oh, that's not a dangerous cloud. That just means there's a ship there. Don't have enough power because it is oxygen. Oh, that's really super annoying. You guys suck. Oh, that's 2 beam drones. Never mind. I thought one of those was a laser drone. We're totally fine. In fact, we should be 100% fine. Point where I will focus on the shields, because that missile is getting taken out by the defense drones, and that's one shot. They've got a breach in their automated ship, which, you know, gives so many fucks about, you know, the whole goings on there. I could Vulcan this one. In fact, I really should. The reason why I should is because it'll take less time. Yes, everything could go perfect and they could land a bunch of hits, which would then lead to winning, and winning fast, but that's a very inconsistent strategy because I have to coordinate 4 shots landing, whereas the Vulcan is just going to eventually here start churning out shots like a madman. And I forgot to buy fuel. And this is the Vulcan at work. Chug-a-lug. We did not get any fuel, so I am making a beeline towards that store. I will get there perfectly. Okay, so we attempted to follow them and ended up with a slug. We're going to ironically put in the sensors, but that's actually good. And right to the store, perfectly to the store. The automated reloader might be nice. The defense scrambler. Well, we don't have anything to sell. Unless we want to sell one of these, which I don't think we do. We want to buy fuel though. 4 fuel is going to be slightly tough. These are good. Don't get me wrong. These are pretty much all good. If you're using missiles, the explosive replicator is a chance for you to not use missiles, which means that it's really good for missile-based stuff. I mean, almost explicitly. Automated reloader, sure, reduce your cooldown on your weapons by 10%. Not the greatest thing in the world, but every little bit helps. Defense Scrambler, they can't use defense drones. Once again, it's really good if you are using something that gets blocked by defense drones. And while the hacking is nice, it's not nearly the center of my strategy. Which just means I don't have to worry about it nearly as much. Fortunately, I do have to worry about running out of fuel. I'm stupid. We kind of have to use... We're putting you in here. As I was saying, we kind of sort of have to use defense drone here because of that, and we kind of have to use the Vulcan because we will barely ever get through that. We have to let the Vulcan charge up. So they're sitting over here, which is bad for him. Darn it. God damn it. Okay. I need to select him, and I can't. Alright, you need to go in here. Okay, good. Our clone bay's up. I almost forgot about that, which would have been pretty bad. Alright. Our oxygen. Alright, our Vulcan is now in fire rapid mode. There should be a better name for that. We got 3 fuel, which is nice, but now we have to wait for these bozos. They don't know what they're doing, and will subsequently die. Alright. Let's put oxygen up. We can watch our oxygen climb really nice and fast. Just gonna let it go, and we're gonna send everybody back to where they belong. Our slug we will save being there. Alright. So, what we're missing. We have just been surviving, but we're missing a few things, and one of them is a way to actually deal decent damage. And yes, that is as bad as it sounds. Because the problem is our Vulcan is nice, but it's going to take so long to get through the shields of something like, you know, the mothership, or actually the flagship, that we're going to get ripped apart before we even get that far. Like, I really do need to just start doing this. Yeah, that's going to get us an ion stunner, possibly. Ooh, you know, big deal, but it's something that we don't currently have. And something we kind of need. Even though we're not actually getting any events, at least we are getting crew healing. Oh, that's so inconvenient. Like, that's not even funny. That's so stupid. That is the hardest place to ventilate. We're gonna definitely take some damage here. We're gonna lose piloting. There's no way we don't. They're just gonna pound straight through all these doors. So this could have been worse. In fact, it actually turned out okay. We only took 1 hull damage. Let's get that oxygen back up. Basically, it was just kind of a ring around the rosy sort of thing. Everybody fix your shit. And we're almost ready to go. We're just waiting on our pilot. Alright. We can still hit up a good number of places because we're in the nebula and everybody's moving really slow. You know what? Fuck it. Alright. So I'm thinking here we want this anti-personnel drone because we've got one of those guys. It'd be really nice to not have to deal with that. We've got what looks to be 4 shots there, which means we want as much of this as we can. And we stick the chain laser on and we go. And you missed. Like, so terribly it's not even funny, dude. Yep, 4 shots over there. I'm very confused as to why they launched a second drone for what seems to be no reason. Oh, I guess it was a different kind of drone. They do have 2 different drones because we're damaging their shields. So this is what I was talking about earlier when it comes to adding in more weapons or redistributing power, basically. Is they're redistributing their power because I'm damaging their shields. And unfortunately, it's working for them. If I can knock out their chain lasers, we'll be in good shape. Unfortunately, it could take a little while. Although I'm not sure where they've redirected their power, as we've managed to succinctly stop their weapons, and they no longer have any drones out. Kind of a mystery, but I'm not going to complain too much because we are going to win this one without having taken too much damage. 3 fuel, that is what I like to see. 43 scrap is also very nice. Let's get that oxygen repaired real fast here. So despite the fact that I just walked into an ion storm, we came out okay. We do need to power the engines, however, before we can jump. Alright, there's going to be a pause here. We're going to attack them. I see 4 shots, a combat drone, and an ion. This smells like Vulcan time to me. Yeah, why not? Hopefully our anti-drone, or anti-combat drone will, This is effectively 2 shots as well, which is what makes it kind of dangerous. Oh my. We just took a lot of damage there. Lots of damage. Alright, we basically are banking on the Vulcan starting to chug through. And it did. Unfortunately, it took a little too long to do so. Alright, so nothing appears to be on fire, but we need to get to that oxygen ASAP. You can go ahead and repair that. That's right, we actually have not yet upgraded our door system. That is something that needs to be fixed, and soon. Could fix it right now. Alright. I think I will, actually. It's one of those things that you do need to just choose to upgrade. Deciding what to do next. I'm thinking just getting some more power would be nice, but actually I think I'm gonna put that. Now I can activate both those drones if I so choose. And we're gonna make it perfectly to the exit, I think. So their FTL is charging, which means we have no choice but to do that. We won't have enough time for the Vulcan. So we're doing this. We're going to throw an ion stunner. Oh, I targeted the wrong thing. Very bad, Andrew. Need to do some good damage here. Okay, good. Managed to delay their FTL. So the next thing to learn to do is... by charging that, we launch this at their shields. We then do this. And annihilate them. Hacking piloting is super useful. It guarantees you hits. So many shots, just so many shots. It's not even fair. Well, we gotcha. And we got some fuel, and we healed a little bit as well. Everything appears to be repaired up to full. Well done. And I think we just keep jumping. Straight to the exit. This is definitely further than I thought I'd get. We're off to the Slughome Nebula. So, Nebula ahoy, basically, is kind of the definition of what we're doing right now. We do have a store, 2 stores nearby. Do either of them restrict us more than the other in path? The answer is not really. So we'll go to this one. We need to buy some fuel. We don't need any of these things, so we'll sell that. We will buy some fuel. I'm not too worried about fixing. We've been doing okay. Deciding where to put some upgrades. It might be nice to get some more disruption on the hacking, but I'm feeling like we need to work towards more weapons. It's not really worth heading over to the other store. I don't think there's anything else we want to buy except for maybe more fuel. So I see stupid number of shots on the enemy side. That was an amazing. I'm really appreciating the battle sounds here. That oxygen is gonna get eaten up. But they have already given up on it, which is nice. Now, they do have 3 shields, which means I'm a little worried about this working. And they just did fire a crap ton of stuff at us. Alright, we did hit the shields once. Oh, I'm not a big fan of all the shots coming at my face. Yes, we did some more good damage with the shield. You get back on shields. Close doors. Oxygen up. In fact, it was almost instant. I heard us open a rift in their stoof. Alright, so that handled. I'm really disappointed in the level of miss that just happened right there. But we did defeat them. I believe we're going to come out ahead. Tied, basically. Just gonna keep going. We're gonna counter your remote hacking. Halberd beam. We do not have our hacking here. I'm feeling like we just Vulcan this one up. Yeah, the cloaking is gonna make it suck. But with our anti-ion stuff, we should be okay for a little while. As long as we don't lose power to weapons. We did take ion damage there. Truly unfortunate, but because they cloaked, we basically get it off for free. They could punch through the shields here. In fact, they do, but they don't hit anything of value. Oof, son of a gun. Now we're gonna have to plunk our way through all the shields again. As long as we keep hitting. This is really frustrating. It took us so long to get through all of those shields, and we're gonna have to do it all again. Hopefully with that ion stunner up, we'll do better. Okay. Took a while. But basically we just had to sit through all of the wanton destruction. Oh boy. Should we upgrade our ship briefly before we do anything else? Let's see, we can get more weapon systems up. Although I kind of want to focus on getting that last layer of shields and then maybe some more evasion. Because those shields are really going to help us with getting the Vulcan up and running. Finding to raid an infamous and likely wealthy pirate ship. Okay. I'll take a stab at that. Sure, why not? Definitely yes. We have a stupidly large excess of missiles that I would love to get rid of and, you know, change to fuel. An unknown weapon for 45 scrap. Not all that interested. I see a bomb, pike beam. I'm not too worried about this. 2 bombs, maybe slightly more worried about this. It's an ion bomb. And we can resist some of that too. That, however, is worse. But it has begun, so I'm not too concerned. They're powering up their FTL. You know what? I'll accept the offer because it's got 3 fuel in it. And fuel's kind of what I want right now. We can go straight from the quest to the exit, which means we've got some leeway in picking stuff up. Nothing going on there. You know, let's fix this oxygen while I'm thinking about it, because it barely got knocked there, and I'd rather not suddenly be running low on oxygen and basically have my crew starve of oxygen, and then, yeah, that'd be bad. That would just be bad. Alright, so we countered the remote hacking. We're gonna need a defense drone. And Vulcan should do. Those slugs will hopefully die before they reach anything useful. And basically we just kind of sit back and watch this thing play out. Don't know how injured they are, but we will find out briefly. Well, shortly, I mean. Vulcan is at kill potential. We are missing a little bit more than I would like. And victory. Oh my, our oxygen was off. 66 scrap and 2 fuel. I'm not complaining about that. Because that's that. That is our 4th thing of shields right there. It's pretty darn good. It'd be nice to get some evasion. But that said, I think we're doing okay. We've got max piloting skill. We've got max a lot of stuff. Markel hasn't been doing nearly as much, but that's because, never mind, he's max on shields. What am I talking about? Oh, I was looking, I was like, hey, he's green on engines, but we've got yellow, and that's because GM Foe is doing good work. Well, let's just keep going. We'll try to engage, but they slip away. The bastards. So it looks like we're just gonna be popping up to the quest and then leaving. Direct attackers are not preferred by the slugs, but of the 3 you see at this beacon, one has the brass to make a move on your position. So pike, halberd, and a bunch of ions. Okay, that's cool, guys. Hopefully all the ion resistance that we have will come in ridiculously handy. They'll have to knock off at least 2 of our shields to do any actual damage. But they don't seem to have the wherewithal to coordinate all their weapons. They could do it. It's definitely possible. But it would also take the luck of me not getting all the resist in the world, which I tend to be doing because that augment is amazing. Ah, darn it. We'll let you live. I felt like being merciful God. In fact, we could probably hit this quest, hit one of these, and then drop into the exit. This could be a terrible mistake. Catch up with the two select ships, and they're already carrying out the raid. One is in close combat with the pirate, the other seems to be heading for a small space cache the pirate was protecting. Suddenly the first ship bursts into flames. An urgent call arrives from the remaining slugs. We suggest you distract the pirate vessel while we retrieve the valuables. 50-50 split. When he sees you making for the cache, the slug captain hails. Foolish aliens, no eye for profit. Best of luck to you. They jump off, leaving you to toe-to-toe with the pirate. He doesn't look that tough. I'm crazy. Let's do this shit. This is the only thing I'm worried about. This a little bit. Oh, this music is amazing. Well, send it in on piloting. And then we just wreck. Wreck and roll. Well, we have to basically ignore that. That was some profit that we lost. We can totally make 3. We can totally make 3. This might still be super unwise, but don't want that. We're doing good on drone parts. We do not need to be losing 3 fuel. Okay. I mean, things are going smoothly. I can't really... I don't know why. Can we get the offer of... We'll go rotor control. I'd like the offer of missiles for fuel again. That would be very nice. But you'll notice that we are, in fact, slowly have made progress on the hull for repairing. Let's aid him. We get a quest. It's over there. Good, that's where we're headed anyways. Although we're kind of running low on fuel. Oh gosh. Pulsar. We don't have power because we're powering silly things. Don't know what got hit for us. Oh, that's right. Our ion shields actually completely... Yeah, we resisted the entire blast. The 4 fuel is why I'm taking it. It prevents me from having to deal with it. Now, we actually did take a giant chunk of ion damage there that I would like to recover before jumping away. I believe we can, if we resist this next batch, which we do not. I can sit here until we resist it enough. We've got a 50% chance to resist. I think we only have to resist one. Maybe two. And... damn. Very, very unfortunate. Come on, resist. Nope. This is literally just for my own safety here. Because I don't want to jump to a store, or something that I don't know is safe, i.e. a store, because we know stores are safe. Good, we resisted that. Alright. Chances of the shot getting off so fast that this becomes an issue is small. They're trying to escape, huh? Don't think we can stop them from escaping. Because we do not have a missile. It's gonna take way too long for this to charge up. And they've got a defense 2 drone, which we can actually get by. Darn it. There we go. Man, that was rough. Just gonna wait for this to go off cooldown, and we do have a store right next to our quest, actually. Funnily enough, but let's hit the quest first. Hi. We find a severely damaged ship floating among the debris. The crew hails you. I can't believe that cheap bastard sent someone after us. I thought we would freeze to death. If you help us complete the delivery, we shall reward and join your crew. Sure. Right. Let's hit the store first. What am I going to do? I don't know, but I'd like to get a missile weapon. And I'm not getting one. Nor do I expect to. Alright, but what we are going to do is we are going to sell this hull beam. I think we're going to sell the hull laser to buy the... oh, that's a burst laser 1. Shit. Alright, so I made a mistake. I'm just thinking here. Heavy laser could be very useful. So, I made a mistake. I did mention that earlier, but the mistake that I basically made was I thought that was a burst laser 2, which is 2 power. I thought it was 2 power 3 shots, but I guess it's 3 power 3 shots. That doesn't make sense for it to be 2 power 2 shots on the 1 and 2 power 3 shots. It's been too long since I've actually used a burst laser 2. The question is, do I get cloaking? I think the answer might be yes, because that'll give me missile defense. That was really expensive and hopefully worth it. We're off to the second quest. I forgot to buy fuel. That's bad. We get a defense drone and 50 scrap. It would have been 60 scrap, but we used some to repair. I'm okay with that. Let's start heading towards the exit. This is going to be a very tenuous fight. I'll buy 3 fuel for 6 scrap. we'll get enough fuel in the next sector. I can't not go to the store. I need a missile weapon really, really badly. And that's what I needed. So what am I selling for it? Because damn them. I'm going to sell repair arm. And the reason why is because we don't need it anymore. We're not going to be getting very much scrap from here on in. Now, I might just... because we are going to get 10 repair when we enter the next sector. So swarm costs 2 power. So what I need to do now is basically upgrade my weapon systems, and fast. Which is basically my way of saying I don't have the time to do it. I will not be getting what I need. Okay. That's actually okay. Well, we didn't have much choice. You know what? I don't even think I'm gonna use that. Sweet. A little unnecessary. But we've got more reactor power, which is really useful. Oh. That's bad. We should probably take care of that. So once again, turning off the oxygen so that fire eats through the oxygen faster. Then we'll put it back so that when we close this, it fills up really fast. Oh boy. This is going to be a very interesting last battle. Ballistophobia. Nice. We did not use a single missile, and I totally forgot about that. So we're basically going to try and jump from repair to repair to get the scrap there. So now we really need 2 more reactor power so that we can also power our defense drones. The problem is I kind of want to fight some other stuff. Maybe not this much, though. Don't need that right now. Oh, that's really bad. Alright, so I'm thinking here. But I should have started firing the Vulcan a while back. Luckily what they're doing isn't actually stopping us from firing the Vulcan. That's really super annoying. And luckily when the Vulcan reaches +5, whatever they do when they hack it basically does nothing for them. This has just reached a little silly here. Your hacking is annoying. Please feel bad, and I'm going to repair this. Swarm missiles are almost ready. Swarm missiles are ready. Target piloting. And we target piloting because then everything hits. At least for a little bit. And then everything goes back to missing like it normally does. Oh, I was auto-firing that. Which, honestly, wasn't a terrible plan. We lost the defense drone, but they're not even firing anything worth dodging with it, so I'm not even going to put out another one. This is a good display of how long it's going to take to get through the shields on the flagship. And why, if it hacks my weapons, I pretty much have to run away. And we got him. Took a while, and we took 1 damage to do it, but we got 61 scrap for it, which is nothing to scoff at. This gives us some flexibility. I think we just head to the base and wait. We wait. This is going to be interesting. I didn't expect to get this far, to be honest. Oxygen's okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Her evade is not 100% with that the way it is. Oh, we still hit it twice. They're repairing. Yes. Oh, it didn't quite get rid of it. Our oxygen's getting very low. To the point where I'm contemplating hacking their hacking. There's so much stuff going on. I know I'm being very quiet, and that's because I'm running through the motions, so I apologize. It is actually pretty late. This run, as I said, I survived longer than I expected. So because I destroyed their hacking, they got to fire another one. Which basically just means that they got to hack something more worth hacking. Luckily for us, however, we ended up doing okay. So, what to upgrade? We got 49 scrap, we could get an extra power, we could get an extra clone bay. I think I'm gonna take the extra power. We've got some pretty hurt crewmen, but that's because of the oxygen being as empty as it was. I'm going to jump away and jump back. Pretty sure waiting still gives my guys health, but it's more of a just in case sort of thing. So let's actually watch. Yep, I still get it. Alright, so this is how we're gonna open up. Oh, I totally forgot about this, and I forgot to put out my defense drones. Oh, that's really poorly done. Now the key is launch all the swarms on there. We're going to cloak, take off the auto fires, and then since that's flying in, we're going to take the moment to launch our hacking, because we're going to actually have a chance to hack here. What are we going to hack though? I think the answer is piloting. He's really hurt. He's not good at combat. We're about to get torn a new one. Like, horrendously so. I'm taking off the ion stunner to get ourselves an extra shield. I think it's worth it. It's my opinion though, so. A lot of beam drones just came out. Okay, we got a lot of fires. I can deal with that. Who's hurt? You're hurt, right? Because I'm a dummy. Just make sure that my auto fire is off for while I'm cloaked during this. Okay, so that was a little tense. And by a little, I mean very. Let's get you in there too, repairing stuff. We've got 33 scrap, which what can we do with? I don't think we can actually do anything with it. So yes, we can add an extra thing on our cloak. It's probably worth putting it on drones though as a buffer. The problem is there's no use in putting it on sensors. There's literally zero use. We don't need to see what's going on the other ship. Doesn't much matter. It would. We've got a slug too, so it effectively makes that null and void. Cloaking, putting an extra power into cloaking is definitely not worth it. The reason behind that is A cloak that lasts 10 seconds is actually more disruptive to your timing than the opponent's. Basically, it's just enough time that you cloak, you dodge whatever it is you want to dodge, and then you come out of it, and then by the time it's about to fire again, whether that be a special ability or the missiles, whatever it may be, that's the problem with it, is that you'll actually get hit more by leaving a 10-second cloak on. So we'll put it on a buffer there. We will close all doors. I honestly just want to kill him. I think I might. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. He's low enough health that it's worth killing him to get him back full health. Oh my gosh. Okay. That was close. I'm used to having the DNA bank. Don't at this point, however. Unfortunately, I can't kill GM foe. Actually, I had them switched as well. Can't do it. He's immune to oxygen deprivation, so can't do it. Could kill these guys, but they're doing okay. I don't even know where we got you. Honestly, we don't have any place for you to be. So let's just put you in there in case that gets damaged. I think we're pretty set. Don't know what else we can do here. We will be doing some juggling here. I'm not going to need the hacking for very long. This is the setup we want, mostly because we want to be firing the Ion Stunner and the Vulcan, and we want the Swarm to be up the second we need it. Let's see if we can do this. This would be pretty sweet if we managed to pull it off. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, let's see what we can do here. The missiles are more of a danger than I think the special shot is right now. Oh my goodness. The engines are getting wrecked. Oh, I'm so screwed. Every single one of these shots is gonna hit. Every single one of them. And the clone bay is down. Okay. You need to get out of there. Go fix that. You fix that. You guys seem to be okay for now. You go help fix doors. Swarm missiles are up. Shit. With our ridiculously low... Oh, I'm so dead. That mind control is sucking. We need that. I need that to go down like now. That's fixed. You go fix this. Who's dying? You guys are fighting each other? What the hell? Okay. We got a lot of people fixing stuff. Oh, sweet. Swarm missiles managed to take that out. Okay. Swarm missile should actually fire at that, because that's more annoying. And I think we have victory here. Barely. We lost somebody. We lost Narth. But we achieved the Lanius Cruiser victory. And suddenly, everybody's in trouble. We're gonna have a huge stack. Thanks to the valiant effort of Kuros and her successful crew, Markand, GM Bigby, Markle, Narth, Kozar, and Noemi. The rebels' flagship was destroyed, throwing their fleet into chaos and ensuring Federation victory. Well, that was amazing and really close. I think the swarm missile is what saved the day. That's my opinion. I think the Vulcan definitely was useful. It definitely pulled its own weight, but I definitely have to say that it is in fact the swarm missile that let us win that, because it allowed us to take out that missile launcher very, very fast. If we had had to deal with shooting, well, I mean, it would have been two lasers. It would have been either been the whole laser had I not gotten rid of it, or the chain laser. It would have been one of those two, firing two shots every now and again. And honestly, it would have been mostly to help the Vulcan with reducing the shield, and then maybe getting the missiles. So overall, I definitely have to call it to the swarm missiles. But that's not to say that the rest of our build there did not help us out immensely. Definitely was going to be a really close call. If that battle had gone on any further, we would have been significantly worse off. Although part of that is because I did stop micromanaging my guys at the end there. When victory seemed certain, I sort of sat back. You'll have definitely noticed that my mouse was not moving. So there's that. But overall, pretty impressed. I feel like I did a better job not spending tons of scrap at stores. Definitely did. There was definitely that one sector where it was just like at the end, the last 3 jumps, I think it just gave us scrap and a weapon, or just scrap, and that was super useful. The pickup of the repair arm definitely paid off. There was a lot of battles where we ended up taking some hull damage, but because we had that repair arm, it basically shaved it right off at the cost of like 10-15 scrap, which, yeah, it's not the most effective repair, but it's one that we didn't have to constantly be looking for stores to achieve. If I had been down at 10 health or 10 hull for any decent length of time, I definitely would have died a lot sooner. That said, not much else, nothing bad really happened. I'm going to skip the rest of the credits there. 4,078 isn't bad. If you look at our stats here, that doesn't actually show up anywhere, but the most repairs goes to GM Foe, and the most jumps survived actually goes to GM Foe as well. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Most beacons explored was also reached this time. It's because we went to the Nebula good bit. But this was definitely the best we've done thus far. 4,000... Actually, no, I lied. We're right here. I lied. So we still managed to make the top 5. I think that's pretty sweet. And it's the first one that says normal on it too. Hopefully this will be filling up with normal in the near future. But we did manage to pull off the ballistophobia. We got to Sector 8 without using missiles or bombs. There was the option to do that. Oh, and we also got the Federation victory normal. We definitely had the option to fire a missile, and I chose not to do it without realizing. But either way, I'm going to stop rambling. It is actually very late for me. This was a over 2 hour run, but I enjoyed it immensely, and I hope you guys did too. Considering that I have not had success with the Lanius ship in the past, jumping onto normal for the first time, and I have not been playing this off camera at all, which is why I was making some of the really simple mistakes, such as forgetting to save my crew placement and such. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this. Honestly, it's a lot of forward thinking towards how you're going to defeat the final boss, but definitely some luck in there. If I hadn't gotten those swarm missiles, I would have probably been hosed. And as I said, if the last battle had gone on any further, I probably also would have been in some serious trouble. But everything worked out perfectly, and we came away with a win, and that's what counts at the end of the day. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed something. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you learned something. As you can tell, it's late. My sentences are starting to stop making sense. And hopefully, I will see you guys next time.